Okay, now we'll have the materials about the sentence relations and truth. In this video, we'll talk about meaning and sentence level and also the sentence relations. Before we are going to discuss the sentence relations, we need to know first the difference between the term utterance, sentence, and preposition. Okay, there are the important terms that we need to remember in studying semantics, that we have three different levels of terms here. Utterance is any stretch of talk by one person before and after which there is a silence on the part of that person. The use by a particular speaker on a particular occasion of a piece of language. Here, utterance is indicated by the use of quotation marks. And in sentence, it is conceived abstractly, a string of words put together by grammatical rules of a language. So here, what we usually put a full stop or a punctuation after a sentence. And in preposition, this is a part of the meaning of a clause or sentence that is constant despite changes in such things as the voice or illocutionary force of the clause. Okay. It seems that utterance, sentence, and preposition are the same, but what are the differences? We'll see the examples. Here we have some examples. For example, here, as the utterance, it is indicated by the use of function of quotation mark here. So we have double quotation or single quotation here to mark an utterance. Here we have an utterance, I am a student. So anything uttered by a person is called an utterance. And then we have the same thing in sentence, but sentence is given not in a quotation mark, but it is ended by the use of full stop here. So it depends on the kinds of the sentence. If it is a declarative sentence, then it is usually ended with a full stop. If it is an imperative, it is usually ended by an imperative mark here. So what is the difference between an utterance and a sentence? An utterance is clearly uttered, and a sentence is usually latent. When I uttered, I am a student, I am a student, I am a student 3 times, it means that I have 3 utterances, while it only has one sentence, because what I have uttered are only one sentence actually. Then we'll come up to the proposition. We have 2 sentences here. I ate the apple. The apple was eaten by me. So what we have here are 2 sentences, but actually this is only one proposition, because the first sentence and the second sentence have the same meaning, or we will understand one meaning from those 2 sentences. So I ate the apple and the apple was eaten by me. Actually, it has the same proposition, that the apple was eaten, or that there is someone ate the apple. Okay, now we'll talk about the sentence relations. Why we need to talk about the sentence relations? In our previous discussion, we talk about the lexical relations, in which the relations happened between lexemes. But in sentence relations, this is the semantic relations that may hold between sentences of a language. So sentence to sentence may have relations. We have some sentence relations in semantics. We have what we call as synonymous. In synonymous, it is A is synonymous with B, which means that A has the same meaning as B. Entailment. Entailment, if it is said that A entails B, it means that we know that if A, then automatically B. And the next relation is contradictions. A contradicts B in which A is inconsistent with B. The next relation is presupposition. A presupposes B. It means that B is part of the assumed background against which A is said. And then the last relation is tautology. A is a tautology. It means that A is automatically true by virtue of its own meaning, but informationally empty. Okay, let's see the examples of these sentence relations. First, synonymous. Sentence A is synonymous with B, meaning that A has the same meaning as B. So when someone said, "My brother is a bachelor," this sentence will be the same as, "My brother has never married." Both sentences have the same meaning. So A is synonymous with B. And then the relation entailment. If sentence A is correct, then sentence B is automatically correct. So what does it mean? We have two sentences here. For example, the child killed the cat. And then the next example is the cat is dead. Of course, it is automatically correct because in the word killed, it has the meaning that the object will be dead. So the child killed the cat, meaning that this cat will automatically dead. Okay. Next is contradiction. Sentence A is inconsistent with sentence B. We will know that if A contradicts with B, it means that A is not B. So he is single will be contradicts with he is married, because single and married are two contradictory words. The next relation is presupposition. In presupposition, when sentence A presupposes B, it means that B is part of the assumed background of A. So here, if we have a sentence, "The king of pop is dead," so the presupposes the part of the assumed background of this sentence is there was a king of pop. So we'll know that there was a king of pop. So therefore, if there is a sentence, "The king of pop is dead," of course, that should be the king of pop here. So this is called presupposition. And tautology, this is our last relation. Sentence A and B are true, but not informative. So actually, A and B are A and B are true, but here the information is empty here. So when it is said, "Rich people are rich," so rich people are rich, so that's correct, that's true, but this sentence is informative. So this is called tautology. And also Ireland is Ireland. So there is nothing given here but the same phrase or the same name. Okay, so these are the sentence relations given for this material. We'll see you in the next material. Thank you.